Okay, now let's look at example 1 in your notes. Polygon ABCD is similar to polygon WX, Y, and Z. And they want us to find the scale factor. Remember, the scale factor is the ratio of the corresponding side of the transformed figure or the image over the original figure, also known as the pre-image. So the transformed figure or polygon is WXYZ. So I'll put 6 over 3. You can see it's WX over AB is 6 over 3, which simplifies to 2. Now this scale factor should apply to every pair of corresponding sides, so let's double check. 8 to 4 is 2 to 1. 10 to 5 is 2 to 1. 4 to 2 is 2 to 1. So these polygons are definitely similar. Now looking at example 2, they tell us that ABC is similar to XYZ. So I have to put the side for XYZ over the side for ABC. Now which side am I going to use? Well, I notice I have these two red sides, both have numbers on them. I have two green sides, and one has a variable that I don't know. And then the other two sides, there's nothing at all, so I won't use those. So I'm going to use XY to AB. XY is 10, AB is 8. That simplifies to 5 over 4, or 1.25. Remember, scale factor does not have to be in fractional form or colon form. It can just be a plain old number, including a decimal. Now, the similarity ratio of XYZ to ABC. In similarity ratio, you just put the polygon you name first, in this case triangle XYZ, then triangle ABC. It turns out to be the same as the scale factor because they had the transformed polygon first. So that's 10 to 8, which is also 5 to 4. Now they want me to find side J, which is over here in green. So I'll set up a proportion. 10 to 20, I did red to green, is the same as red to green. I could have actually done it a little differently and said 10 to 8. The corresponding size for the two polygons is the same as 20 to J. That would have worked just fine too. But this is how I set them up. Remember, there are many different ways to set up polygons. I simplified the 10 over 20 to 1 over 2. Then in this case, it really is a lot simpler to cross multiply. 1 times J is J. 8 times 2 is 16. So the length of J is 16. Finally, they ask us for the measure of angle Z. Well, in similar polygons, angles are congruent. Nothing changes in them, so I only have to copy down the measurement of angle C, which is 38 degrees. Example 3, I have polygon math is similar to polygon kids. First, they want us to find angle A, which angle is that congruent to? Well, you can see angle A is up here. The corresponding angle is angle I. So they didn't ask me for the measure. If they had asked me for the number of degrees, there would have been an M in front of it. And I would have been stuck because there is no measure for either one of those. Well, I might have been. No, I don't think I could have figured it out. But unless I had had a protractor. Now, so I just need to say angle I is congruent to angle A. Now they want to know the measurement of angle K, so how many degrees is angle K? The way I got the 90 degrees is I looked at angle K down here, and the corresponding angle is angle M. And since it has that little square on it, that signifies a right angle, which is always 90 degrees. So angle K and angle M are both 90 degrees, and you can see my poorly drawn square there. Now they want to find angle T. Now, that 50 degrees was not drawn in here. I did that myself because I looked at the corresponding angle, which is angle D, and that is also 50 degrees. Here they have set up a proportion, but one part is missing, and they want to know which part would that be. Well, I have ID. Notice I have the kids polygon on top. Is to AT, so I have my two red sides to each other, and then IK is to what on the math polygon? Well, since I color-coded my sides, you can see it goes with AM. If you'd written MA, that would have been fine too. Now we have the scale factor, which is always the transformed polygon over the original polygon, the image over the pre-image. So here it's 10 to 12. I picked the sides where I have two numbers on both sides. And that simplifies to 5 to 6. And the similarity ratio of kids to math, since it has a transformed polygon first, that's the same as the scale factor. And the similarity ratio of math to kids, that's the reverse, so it's the reciprocal. Instead of 10 to 12, it is 12 to 10, which is 6 over 5. Finally, they want us to find the length of side ds, where I put an x here. I set up a proportion, x is to 18, as the two known sides I have, 10 is to 12, and I simplified here 5 over 6. Then I multiplied both sides by 18 to undo that division, and I got ds is 15. Now we have example 4, our last one for this set of notes, and they want to know the scale factor. Here you always take the transformed. In this case it is t prime a prime to ta, so 4 to 6, and that simplifies to 2 to 3. Now the similarity ratio here is not the same as the scale factor because it has the pre-image or the original polygon first. So it's the reciprocal 6 to 4, which is 3 over 2. Now they want me to find x, this length right here. I do see two corresponding sides, the ones that I used for the scale factor and the similarity ratios. So I'm going to use that ratio and the two corresponding sides to set up a proportion. So I'm saying x is to 9 as 4 is to 6. X over 9 equals 4 over 6. I went ahead and simplified. That's 2 over 3. And then I multiplied both sides by 9, and that ends up giving me x is 6. If you said, oh, I cross-multiplied, that's fine. Honestly, it probably was just as easy to cross-multiply in this problem. Now, last but not least, well, not last, actually, I have side y that I need to find, and its corresponding side in the transformed polygon is 8. So y is to 8 as 6 is to 4. And when I simplify that, I have 3 to 2. And if I multiply both sides by 8, 3 times 8 is 24, divided by 2 is 12. Then finally, angle u prime, and that is corresponding to angle u. Angle u is 68 degrees. Angle u prime must be congruent, exactly the same, so it's also 68 degrees. I don't know if you, hopefully you made the observation about the scale factors. When the scale factors are greater than 1, you see a certain behavior in the dilation. If it's less than 1, you see another behavior. So the answers that should fill in the blank are either smaller, larger, or the same. Take a moment and see if you can figure it out. Hopefully you got larger and smaller. And that is the end of this section of notes. If you have any questions, please write them down so you can remember to ask them in class.